Okay. Hello. Hello. I'll wait for some more people to join. Sorry, it's super sunny today. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Hello, everyone. So today, I'm going to break down one of my songs, Friend, in the program I use. Logic X. And if you have questions when I'm going, feel free to comment, and I'll respond to them the best I can. 1 second. Can you hear me? I think you can, right? Okay. I'll wait just a couple more moments, and then we'll get busy doing this. So, this is the program I use, Logic X, and this is my session for my song, Friend. I typically, also if you have to leave, or you're late, whatever, I'll post this on YouTube later as well. But yeah. Oh, hold on, I'll move the camera to the other side. Good idea. Hold on. Yes. Did that work? Sick. Okay, so here you can see kind of, first I'll go over what I have on my master bus. It's super old, but I'm like obsessed with Ozone 4, made by Isotope. I just have this like rock master setting. I don't know why, I've just always used it. And I just like kind of learned how to make all my songs with this specific setting. So if you look here, I just have like an EQ. It has a limiter built in, a compressor, like a multi-band compressor, and then a stereo imager. I don't even really know what that does, but it sounded cool, and it's just pretty much the Rockmaster preset. But yeah, so, and then I have this invisible limiter made by AOM on, just barely on this song. Some of my newer songs I pump it a little more, and then sometimes I'll even put an L1 after just to master. But yeah, so this is the session for Friend. I'll play it back for you. I hope my CPU doesn't go nuts. But
trust, I watch push it forward through the floor. And I try, but I don't care anymore. Look at what a person you become. You just talk till you fall and come undone. My friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real instead. Telling me, my friend, you got to your head. I tried to use a bandit, but you laid the cement. And now I can say it's too late, cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them. I already got enough of them.
So if any of you have heard that, that's a song I have called Friend. So what I'll do first, I guess, is kind of go. I'll just go track by track and kind of show you how I kind of put it together. So and any questions I'll try to answer. So let's see here. So first, I kind of just started with this, like, I started with the verse part, which is this synth that's Omnisphere. It's like a voice synth. And I just have a compressor on like a keyboard preset and an LFO tool setting. That was like one of the presets that I just tweaked a little bit so the pad comes out. So it's, yeah. And then I have a synth coming in with the same setting. That's just a silent OBX type of pad. And that's pretty much like the synths that are the only synths that are happening in the verse. And then the drums. It's just like some sort of kick here. It's called drum injection kick. I think it's like a splice kick, just in a swing tempo. And then I have this like kind of snare coming in that's just EQ with the Valhalla vintage verb on like kind of like almost the preset setting. I usually take the bass frequencies down just so the reverb's not in the low end. I usually try to organize my tracks in a particular order. This session's a little messy because I kind of was just flowing, and I try to keep the drums at the top. It's just easier for me to see. So I use like audio samples for drums, and I just place them because I like manipulating them. Because this way I can EQ the individual ones or just put them on a different track. And then I usually put like loops and effects and stuff next. And then I do the synths, guitars, and then vocals at the bottom, just so I have like some sort of organization. So I know where to go. I've seen people do vocals at the top too. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the verse. So the intro is a guitar part that I ended up recording like pretty much last in the whole sequence of what I was doing. But I'll go to that. I'll get to the guitar part, but the intro is pretty much just this. So this is just an audio bounce of the verse Omnisphere synth, Omnisphere, and then so this guitar part that happens in the intro, and then it happens in the second half of the drop, and then at the end. I just recorded it with GTR Tool Rack, which is a Waves plugin. I don't know what preset it was. It was one of the clean presets. Oh, I think this is the Under the Fridge, which is like a Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge type of preset. So it has like a compressor, a tone, which is just like an EQ, another compressor, and then another compressor. So it's like slammed, and it's 2 stereo amps, just kind of on a clean setting. And then I put a compressor, and then this plugin I like called Camel Crusher, which is like a distortion plugin, on this preset called British Clean. It just like kind of bumps it up a bit, and yeah, it makes it sound cool. So I recorded the guitar part. Here's like the clean signal. So I took that, and then I bounced it, and then chopped it, so each hit was like exactly on the notes. I'll unmute this, and then put an echo boy just on a dotted 8th note setting, so the signal without the echo. And then when you put the echo on, it kind of gives it this skipping effect, and I have it swung a bit. And then I separated the high note with Valhalla Shimmer, which is a reverb plugin, just kind of on like a basic setting. I think it's the setting that just when you open it up. And then Valhalla Vintage Verb, just pretty much on the setting that when you open it up, just with the high hit. So when you put it together. So the guitar, yeah, does that. And then all I pretty much did is just bounce that so I could manipulate the audio file. And then at the end I chopped it. Pretty simple. Yes, I sang on this song as well. Yeah. But yeah, so that's that part. Pretty standard, I guess. It sounds cooler than it like it sounds complicated, but it's like a pretty simple trick. Then let's see. We'll get to the chorus. Yeah, I'll go to the vocals too. So the vocals, I usually record the vocals in Pro Tools, and then just because it's easier for me to do there, and then I put them into Logic. So here, this vocal setting, it's probably some unnecessary shit on there, but it's just one I've just had for a while, so I just use like a compressor literally on a vocal preset, one EQ, just with some carve-outs, with the lows out. So I just look for where my vocal hurts. So like, so it's like, so let's take it down, pretty much like that. Then I have a Tube Tech compressor CL1B, just on like a basic fixed setting that's very lightly. Like it's like pretty much not even hitting up. I probably could take that out. Then I just have a Logic de-esser on Reduced Presence preset. Then CLA Vocals, which is one of my favorite plugins because it's easy. You put it on, it pretty much sounds good. I just have it on the wall setting. Some of the other songs I've done, I'll put it like up here, so it like really hits. It just compresses the shit out of it, and then a basic limiter on a vocal preset, and then on this I think I did one more EQ that just carved one little part out. I probably don't even need that. Then I have it running to a vocal bus. So the dry signal, and this I have 5 buses, which are reverb, 2 types of delay, and like a harmonizer and another kind of super reverb, I call it. And I have it running to this bus, which is just an API 2500 bus compressor, literally just on the lead vocal preset. And I just turn the analog off because it makes a tape hiss. Then I have a 1 knob louder, which is just a gain plugin. That sometimes I just like manipulating as I go, you know. And then I just did another EQ carve out on this lead bus. Then let's see. Then I have like the lead vocal here.
Trust, I watch it fall right through the floor, and I try, but I don't care anymore.
And then I did a vocoder, which is, if you don't know what it is, it's like a synthesizer that takes the vocals. It's kind of like that Daft Punk sound, and that comes in on the second half of the verse.
Look at what a person you become. You just talk till you fall and come undone.
And this is just Waves Morphoder on this major tom setting.
Look at what a person you become.
So take it off.
Just talk till you fall and come undone.
So I have like a pretty simple, just a double of some of the vocal parts.
Trust, I watch it fall right through the floor, and I try.
And that's just a warped vocal there, pretty much. So for pitching vocals, I must have erased the track. This is just a straight, I just pitched it down in the time and pitch thing here. So when you select the track, I just go to time and pitch machine, and you can transpose it. So I did negative 1200 cents, which is a full octave down. So I use a combination of that and Soundtoy's Little Altar Boy, which I feel like most people use. I'll show you there's some other parts where I messed with that a little more in the drop. And then I pretty much just have the vocal repeat. Just chopped up the vocal so it repeats right there. Pretty standard, I guess. There's a high vocal there.
Look at what a person you become. You just talk till you fall and come undone. My friend.
So this vocal is pretty much my vocal preset. I just have auto-tune on it cranked to 0 retune speed in the key of the song, which is A major. And then Little Altar Boy, which is the main thing I use for pitching and detuning vocals. There's a bunch of really good ones, but this one's the easiest to automate and alter, so I just have the format down and the gain up. So when you take it off,
Now you're the desperate one.
So it pretty much does that to the vocals. And then, oh, I am sharing secrets. Alright. Then, let's see. So now I get to the chorus.
My friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real instead. Telling me, my friend, you got into your head and tried to use a baby, but your lips cement. And now I can say it's too late, cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them.
So this chorus part, there's not too much going on here. I have this snare pattern. I think it was just like a fill I found. It's just swung. Then there's some sweeps. This is just like a vengeance loop thing. And a tambourine. And those just have some EQs on them just to kind of bring out some of the sounds. Am I going to release merch? Yes. Oh, can you not see the plugins when they pop up? Oh. That's weird. Within the program. Wait, you should be able to see this, right? Oh, you can't see the plugins when they pop up. Damn it. How does that? Crap. Alright, let me try. Pretty much everything is like a generic preset. For some reason, it's not popping up when I click on the things. This is so weird. Let me try doing it on one of them and see if this works. I don't want to mess up the stream. So I have this pluck that's a Spire, Reveal Sound Spire pluck. It's like a pretty generic pluck sound. Let me see if I can get this thing to pop up. Is this it? Wait, god damn it. Oopsies. Oh my god. No, not this. Okay. I'm gonna mess up this whole thing. Gotcha. It's Reveal Sound Spire. It's just called PL Sonic. And it works. It's just like this pluck sound pretty much. And I just bounce it to an audio file with an EQ. I wonder if you can even see the MIDI if I pop up anything. So bizarre. I don't think it's showing MIDI either. Damn it. This is whack. Sorry guys, but yeah. So it's just like chords, and then I did another Spire on, and I used this plugin, Nicky Romero Kickstart. I know you can't see it, unfortunately. It's stupid. Just literally on the first preset. So the other sound is this. And then another Reveal Sound Spire bass. I don't know why it says Piano Nexus. Same thing with the Nicky Romero Kickstart thing.
to your head. You tried to use a bandit, but
then yeah, and then the vocals here. So I have one chorus lead.
Friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real instead.
And then I have a double and a triple, and the double is panned to the complete left, and the triple is panned to the complete right. And I have this going to a separate bus that's pretty much the same setting as my lead bus, but just separate. So these
Friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real instead.
And there's two harmonies that come in here.
Telling you, my friend, you got to your head. You tried to use a bandit, but you laid cement.
And then I just have CLA vocals, just on like a more reverby setting, pretty much the same thing. Going through. Let's see. And then yeah, and the laser comes in.
Cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them.
And then same thing with the pitch down vocal. And then I have another spire. I used this reveal sound spire on like every goddamn thing. God, I wish you guys could see it. Oh well. But it's just like an arpeggiator. Maybe I'll zoom in this here. Or I can do the MIDI zoom. So it's just me holding down these notes here. Oh, maybe you can do this. If you can see it if I do this. No, probably not. Yeah, so that does that. Sounds pretty like wacky. The lead sound is a sample. I can't quite recall if it might have just been like some sample I found, or it might have been the vocal. So the lead sound is this. And it just has a compressor, some reverb, and then the sidechain plugin on the first setting. I don't remember if I made that out of vocals or if I just found something that was that in like some sample pack. It sounded cool though, I just put it in there. It's funny because when I first did it, I didn't have it coming in. So it just went like this. Until halfway through and I was like, oh. And then the other thing you hear, this percussion thing, is just some loop I found. And I think I had to put, oh no, it just swung. Is it? Yeah. And it sounds like it has a delay on it. And just a sweep. Kind of makes it pretty goofy. So there's only really the synth the lead thing, that loop, and then just drums happening at that part. Yeah, the ARP, it does. The ARP is kind of like a bass, so it kind of carries the low end. And then I just have a kick going that's like swung the same. Is it the same kick from the verse? I guess it's the same kick from the verse, just a little louder. So the swing stuff, what I usually do with the audio files, some of you might know this, but I don't know. But just go like this. Then I set it to 16 note triplet. Oh, it's not swung, I guess. But you can also do the swing here, and that's how you get some of the stuff to swing. And then halfway through, these 808s come in. That just has a sausage fattener plug-in by Dada Life. And the fatness, it's fatness and color, the two knobs on it. And the fatness is just turned up. It's just a distortion plug-in. And I think I just played 808s on a synth. So without this, just a little quieter. And then snare. This is Medicine, I think is the guy from Splice. Just nothing on it. And then halfway through, a snap comes in. And then I think this is just a voice sample with reverb on it. And that's just a tom fill cut off. This is Splice, I think, too. Perk Tom Flam. It sounded cool. Most of my samples I get, I have a folder of a lot, but a lot of them are from Splice. And they have good stuff on there. It already sounds good, just kind of going in and throwing it in the session. And then the tambourine comes back in. And I have it just panned to the left here. And a crash halfway through. And then for the warped vocals, I have Little Altar Boy. So that's just with the formant turned the other way, so it kind of makes you sound like a chipmunk kind of thing. And then there's one below it that's just low. My friend, we've come to an end. My friend.
Words, they never got you to the bone. Does it look good up there from your broken throne? How are you gonna...
So the second verse is pretty much the same production as the first verse, with these two synths going, one the Omnisphere voice on an LFO tool setting, like a preset. And then I don't know what this is. Some weird synth. Yeah, just some like weird sound. It must have been a synth that I hit. But yeah. And then, yeah, same kind of production.
My friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real.
So the second chorus, I have like another synth here. Sounds like it's sidechain flute thing. No really rhyme or reason, it just sounded cool coming in there. You know? And then this time I think I put, yeah, there's like claps, just like a regular clap sample with SPL. What the hell? I don't know why I use this thing. I never use this. Free Ranger. Everything down the middle except 16K, like all the way up. Yeah, I guess it just makes it pop.
Colors don't blend, and now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real instead. Now I can say it's too late, cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them.
And then the same drop part with this thingy. And this time I just left in the harmonies.
Cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them.
So with this,
cause I'm good on friends.
Typically when there's S's and stuff in the doubles,
Good on friends.
I'll just cut it off.
I already got enough of them.
Thought it was a nice little thing to happen there. And then in the chorus, so it's the same lead, just pitched up one full octave here, and I just adjust this like this, 1200, which is one full step up. Yeah, and then, oh yeah, this thing is weird. So then I took the vocal, and I think I just individually pitched the notes. So I just individually pitched each note up and then put delay on it. And then I just took the warped vocal with Echo Boy. And the Echo Boy is on like a swing setting. Pretty standard, I guess. And then the guitar part that I explained at the beginning comes in. So then this thing comes in. I think this was a Diva, UHE or whatever, Diva synth that is chopped up. It sounded cool. Yeah, and then let's see. Where did we go from here? Yeah. So that thing I had in the verse comes in, which is another sound. And then I just put in hi-hats, pan to the left a little bit, that are swung, a Lex Luger hi-hat. Doing some trappy thing. And then the clap comes back in. And then just a basic snare. So here I just have white noise coming in with Valhalla Shimmer on just the setting that when you open it up. And then a sub drop. I think this is out of a synth or something. Kind of gives it the like unwinding. Can also be good for like ramping something up before it comes down. And then and this is just an Omnisphere music box, like Glockenspiel thing, with some sort of Omnisphere piano. What's this? Uh-oh. Oh boy, maybe I shouldn't have opened up on this here. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, it's called, oh, it's just a preset I had, piano distant. So playing pretty basic chords. And then another music box sound coming in that's playing the same notes as the guitar part. And this, a guitar note. How interesting. And then, then in the vocals here, which is kind of conceptually in the song where you're kind of coming to the realization of, you know, saying to your friend that they're pretty much like fake, and they're not actually your friend. So this part's the same vocal setting.
I'm calling you now. I'm calling you out. You never hear a sound.
And this just has the thing making it doing is CLA vocals. I just have the delay, eighth note delay, and then a stereo wide and everything, so it gives it that kind of dreamy feeling. And then I have these vocals coming in. Same thing, just a bunch of reverb on them. Running through a bus with CLA effects, just on like a filter drive, kind of telephone effect kind of thing. So then, and then here is like some weird thing. I don't even know what this is. With a sound shifter on it, because I think it was like a step sharp or something. And I automated the pan here, so pretty subtle. I mean, it was probably pointless to do realistically, but so if you look at the pan here, it just goes slightly from the left to the right, and then the sub drop happens again. And this part is the chorus, except most of the synths are out except for the pluck synth. Alright, so this part, I just printed the vocal on another track with Echo Boy on eighth note delay. Come to an end, but the colors don't blend. Now I can deal, 'cause I'd rather be real instead. So that is it's kind of cool. Okay, and then I entertained myself pretty easily. And then pretty much all that's happening is that I printed the delay of instead, and then put little Ultra Boy with the formant moving down. I should have left it down there probably like this, but I guess I put it back up there. I tried to use a penny, but she laid the cement. And now I can say it's too late, 'cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them. So that part, pretty much what happens is, I printed, this is called, I call it preverb, I don't know, it's reverse reverb. So I just took the first note and put reverb on it, then reversed it. So it gives you kind of that like reverse vocal sound.
Enough of them.
So at the end, the bridge vocals pretty much just come back in. I just printed them here.
I'm calling you now. I'm calling you now. You never hear a sound. I'm calling you.
And I just put a sidechain plugin at 8th note sidechain instead of quarter. So that's what giving it that pumping sound.
Now I'm calling you out. You never hear a sound.
And then the guitar comes back in, and then I put that weird thing again. Weird hit. I usually come up with more creative names, but and that's the song. For the most part, I guess. When I did this song, I've been producing for probably 7 years, I'd say, or 8 years. But yeah, so this was the first song I did for FRND. But now we can listen through. So the session is 81 total tracks. But like I separate a lot of stuff. I could have probably automated more, but I like anything I glitch or whatever. This track doesn't even have anything on it, which is fine. And then some of these are like deactivated, and I usually just separate everything out a good amount, just so I can like manipulate each thing pretty easily. So now we'll listen all the way through. Here's the full session. Yeah.
Trust, I watch it fall right through the floor, and I try, but I don't care anymore. Look at what a person you become. You just talk till you fall and come undone. My friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real instead. I'm telling you, my friend, you got to your head. You tried to use a baby, but you laid cement. But now I can say it's too late, cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them. I already got enough words, they never cut you to the bone. Does it look good up there from your broken throne? Now are you gonna pull another stunt? Put your back to your tongue and confess. My friend, we've come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can deal, cause I'd rather be real instead. I'm telling you, my friend, you got to your head. You tried to use a baby, but you laid cement. And now I can say it's too late, cause I'm good on friends. I already got enough of them. Already got enough of come to an end. I painted this picture, but the colors don't blend. And now I can't deal, cause I'd rather be real instead. My friend, you got to your head. I tried to use a baby, but you laid cement. And now I can say it's too late, cause I'm big on friends. I already got enough of them.
And that's the end. Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This is gonna be posted on my Facebook as well as I'm gonna put it on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to watch the whole thing again, it will be up there shortly. In the next on Facebook, I think now, but in the next few days for sure. But thank you guys for tuning in to the making of Friend on FRNDcast. But yeah, and I'll see you guys soon. And thank you. Bye.